Hey guys, welcome to the shop. I'm Fred. So we got a few small tool purchases, nothing major. I got 3 tool holders. I got a ER32 with an ISO 40 taper collet holder. I got a long nose, and I got a stubby. Same ISO 40, ER32 as well, and got this 3/4 inch end mill holder, which I'm going to take down a little bit to fit my angular cutters. I got all these from a company in Germany, from an online store. Das ist gut, meaning this is good, online, and they had these holders that I was looking around for. Looking for one more, another drill chuck adapter for ISO 40 for my, so I can have one extra drill chuck with an ISO 40 taper. So yeah, I got a couple end mills. I got them really cheap. I got this 1 inch 4 flute. This one here was SKF Dormer Tools of Canada Limited. Really nice. It's a regrind. So I've got another SKF Dormer. This is a 3/4 inch, 13/16. Pardon me, 13/16. It's a 6 flute. I tried that, went out just for shits and giggles, and she cut good. Did a great job on the on steel. And I got another one here, made in Korea. This is a 1 inch by 1 inch by 4 inches. So yeah, they're all regrinds, but they're all really nice, cleaned up really well. So you've got the manifold on the drawbar. I'm going to give you shots of that. And we're just in the process of making the plate for the valve that will go on the end of this little plate here. So I've got the piece in the mill here. Let me just take it out quickly. It's not lined up or anything. Just got to drill a few holes here. You can see a few divots, maybe. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to drill that out. That will sit like that. I'll have a little butterfly handle. I'll have the air lines coming from the back on both sides, and then I'll put a standoff. Make another plate, put a standoff on it, and then mount that to the mill. So I'll give you shots of the drawbar, the updates. Hang in there. Okay guys, so we got 2 cap screws holding it onto the base here. Everything's moves freely. I did put some air just in there just to make sure she was moving down as she should. Somebody had mentioned the socket I was going to use. I went to Home Depot, and I had a set of these sockets. These are 12 points. Let me get them and I'll show you what I'm going to use for spinning the 3/4 nut on the top of them. Okay, so this is the type of socket I'm going to be using. It looks like almost like a spline socket, and I've got a 3/4 on the bottom of the power head right now on the drawbar. So yeah, it's a 12 point. I used this set when I was building high performance cars, and I don't know where my old set went, but I went to Home Depot, and this one's manufactured by Husky. I think they're a US outfit. I believe they are. But yeah, so these things here, I had a full set because everything was 12 point. The head bolts, the water pump, you know, your rocket covers, your header bolts, oil pan, everything was 12 bolt. Your intake manifold. It was just easier to put 12 volts. Then nobody would come with a regular set of wrenches and steal your parts off your car. So I put everything with ARP, stainless steel studs on the head, 12 with 12 bolt nuts on it. So everything was 12 bolt on my 383 Stroker Mustang. So when I had that, so I used a 12 point socket on the bottom of that, and that's what we're going to line up with that 3/4 nut that's sitting on top of the mill. So yeah, so there's a couple shots of the my new tools there, and the end mills there, and we're going to put them in a nice safe place. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that purchase. I needed it because the ER40 is it's a long one as well, but it's just big and bulky, and to get in tight places sometimes with a small end mill you can't do it. So I got the ER32. So yeah, so that's what we're going to use. Alright guys, so that's just a small update, and hopefully maybe tomorrow if I can get some free time we will get that plate in the mill and get her machined or get her drilled out and get the standoffs put on and get her mounted to the side of the mill. I've got to make some caps for the top, so the caps actually come to the bottom. Just tap the caps sit on top of the nylon bushings here, so they're like going to be a end stop for top dead center on both sides. Just in case you crank that the holder down and over torque it, and that bar is going to want to come up. I need something to hold that in place so it doesn't just pop right out. And I don't want to ruin these new pistons that I just got, or new actuators, air actuators that I got. So we're just to prevent that, we're going to put the little cups up here where it'll stop. That'll be top dead center. All right, guys, hang in there. So there's where we're going to mount it. I got 3 holes already drilled. I put an oil lubricator on over there. I think I already told you that. So yeah, we're going to run the air lines there, put the handle up there where it belongs, and yeah, and then that'll be a start. Now I was looking at a new motor. This is a 2-wound motor. It's got a high and a low, and what I'm thinking of doing is actually putting a variable speed drive up there and using a little potentiometer that'll be right on my let me see, my high and low here, and that'll raise the variable speed up and down, but that'll come later. I just want to get the drawbar working, get the few things on here finished off, and then we'll work on another project. Alright guys. Okay guys, so that's it for tonight. I sent the original R8 holder to one of my YouTube brothers in Montreal, and he has received it, and yeah, that particular unit was made in Poland. Very good quality of collet holder. Anyways, so guys, I've showed you all the updates that we've done, new acquiries to our tool collection. I seen a fantastic shop video on YouTube today. I forgot what it was called. Man, this guy had every single woodworking machine, milling machine, lathes, all kinds of stuff. Like his shop was 4 times the size of my shop. Every what do you call it, man cave should be that big. But I work with what I have, and it's working out okay. I like the manual machines. I did go to a place in Pickering this week. I wanted to see CNC machine live, and I was looking at how the robotic arm brings the holders in, and how they get sucked up into the machine, and that machine that moves every which way. It was a big, they call it Haas machine, and I was looking at the top how the drawbar was. The drawbar worked off of like a little plate, and the tool holders have a little draw nut on them, and it's just a clamp that comes and picks it up, sucks it into the spindle, and lines it up with the dogs. So there must be all kinds of sensors on these CNC machines. But when I look at the top, it's just underneath where the bar is connected, it's on a bearing. So that bearing's actually spinning all the time when the spindle. So the spindle's doing 32,000 RPM. So is that bearing at the top. Very stout bearing, and it was on the lever with an actuator, and that moved that quick release drawbar up and down. It was yeah, it was quite the thing. That's a big machine, I'll tell you. Big machine. And yeah, it was interesting to see all that stuff. Yeah, machine was a little bit bigger than this, and it was all enclosed. Had augers to take the metal out. Had a big table, you know, it's a big square table. Say it was about 3 feet by 3 feet, and he had 6 vices in it, so he did multiple things. Production machine. So I guess those are the type of machines. If you're doing that kind of work, then that's the machine you want. But for the kind of work that most of us on the YouTube channel, we don't do any big production. I think John Grismo Knives, he's in St. Catharines. He does quite a bit of production because he mounts all these Damascus blades for his knives on a fixture, and they get all machined. And NYCNC, John, I forgot your last name, John, sorry. He's also got a new house in his shop where he does a lot of multi-parts. So yeah, those guys really know their stuff. You gotta learn all that G code to manipulate the machinery and the digital stuff in the machine to make these parts. I really hand it to them. Anyways, guys, I'd like to say thanks to all my new subscribers, thanks to all my old subscribers, and